Crystal Koya, Norwex independent consultant, and we are going to clean this disgusting shower today. I am an inward processor, so if I'm silent, that's why. But I'm going to try and talk as I go and explain as I go, and then even tell you what we were chatting about today. But for this thing, I'm going to show you how messy it is, and I'm going to lay out all my tools. I don't know what we're going to use, but it's very messy. Okay, so I have the Norwex bathroom cleaner. Of course, this is non-toxic, great for septic systems. This is an Enviro scrub. One side is very scrubby. The other side is the EnviroCloth material. This removes 99% of the bacteria with just water, but this needs more help than just water. This is a bathroom scrub mitt. If you want more control, it's got this seam in the center. Same deal with the scrub. This is the same scrubby. And this is a long hair microfiber here for, I would imagine, like wiping up water droplets, things like that. I'm going to leave all this here. If it gets really bad, then I'm going to break out my cleaning paste. I don't think I'll need it. We'll see. I have my laundry detergent in a bottle. I wish I had another one, but I don't. It's the Norwex powder detergent. It's called UPP, Ultra Power Plus, diluted in a bottle. And I brought this out. This is just a glass forever bottle. It's got a great sprayer on it. Some people dilute their bathroom cleaner and put it into a sprayer. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to use it straight up if I need to. And I saw this amazing tip. This is a kitchen scrub brush. Like, you could tell it's so gross. We use it all the time in the kitchen. I'm going to give it a whirl here and see how I like it in the bathtub. So let me bring it in and show you how gross this is. Never mind the belly shot and the lighting. So just hang tight here because I want to be able to bring you over. Okay, so you can see just scum. We have well water. It's yuck. There's just people who don't use certain things over there that I have to get rid of. And mostly I want you to see the shower curtain too. I'm going to be spraying this with the laundry detergent. Normally, honestly, guys, I would just throw it out. But I'm going to try and be more sustainable than that. And it's so bad. It's been so long. So we are going, and then there's, this stuff in the corner, which I'm confident that that's not a big deal. That'll come up easy. It is the shower curtain that I am going to put the laundry detergent to the test and see how it goes. So let me turn my light back on and I'm going to get going. Okay. Please comment. I would love to hear any feedback that you have. If you want to follow along for more things, I'm on Instagram at Crystal Cleans with Water. And I spend most of my time in my stories, really posting memes because I love things that make me laugh. So I'm just emptying the shower right now and sticking everything over here on the side. So I fill my stories with memes and funny things. I talk about Jesus. I talk about my children, my chickens, and oh my gosh, this thing in the corner, it's like spot welded over there. So I gotta scrape that up. Nobody's using it ever, and I'm just gonna throw it away. There we go. It's gross. It's a conditioner bar, which I actually love. The shampoo and conditioner bars, but nobody is using that one. I had to switch up the one I was using. I'm going to toss all my tools down here. And the first thing I'm going to do is spray the shower curtain because it really needs it. So I'm just starting at the top and going down the bottom here. And I'm gonna let it soak while we clean the rest of this tub. So if you're on Instagram, go to Crystal Cleans with Water and follow me. Catch me in the stories, say hi. The reason why I'm doing a live is because a couple reasons. Number one, it's very motivating for me to get the job done. Like obviously, I'm a normal person. I've been putting off cleaning my tub forever. And so this is a good, I'm gonna sit here. This is a good thing to do. And now I don't have to worry about editing it or anything like that. So I'm just gonna squirt this like straight up, like boom. That's all I'm doing. I'm gonna squirt that in the corner there and there. And then try out this brush. Like I said, I've heard, I really want you to see it. It's the pain of my patoot. I could do this one. If you're watching, please say hi so that I know that you're there. I don't know that I'll comment, like talk back until the end. Okay, you can see that, right? Let me just wet my brush. I don't want to wash all the stuff away. So I'm going to gather some bathroom cleaner. Can you see that? Oh, good. Okay. And then, oh, look, it just comes right up. That's easy. Okay. Oh, there goes my light. Okay, so that's easy. You'll know what I'm doing. I'm going to go set this back up. And you can just imagine that the entire thing is being scrubbed as I talk. How's that? I think it's great and grand. Okay. Awesome. Okay. So the reason why I'm using Norwex, one of the reasons is because I have little, not little, but I have children, and they obviously are bathing and touching everything. And what we might not realize, or what I didn't realize, was that what my children touch and inhale really matters, like a lot. The harsh chemicals. So I'm switching because I actually prefer, so this is great that I don't have to touch anything, but I like a little bit more control, and because my grime is so built up that I want to be able to like push with this thing. So this is my Enviro scrub, and I'm just going to wet it with water. And then I can just scrub these things out, and it's going to be super fast. So that, like I said, the bathroom scrub mitt does the same thing. It just goes over your whole hand. If you prefer that, I prefer this for size, and because it comes in a pack of 3, so it's just, I have one in my bathroom, one in the kitchen, one in the other bathroom. So anyway, the whole reason why I switched my household to Norwex was because of my children and the fact that I was dousing us in alcohol. So like if I was shaking your hand at church, I was dousing us in alcohol, okay? But in my house, I had disinfectant wipes in every room of the house because they're easy, right? So I needed something that was just as easy and effective. So Norwex came along, and not only is it just as easy as a disinfectant wipe, which is great, it's what I needed. I'm a mother with a full schedule. We homeschool. And at the time I was working, my husband was working, and with both of us working, nobody had time to do anything but kind of keep up with cleaning other than the disinfectant wipes. So we were doing that, but we were in the process always covering our whole house with harsh chemicals. So if you're not familiar with disinfectant wipes, then I just highly suggest or recommend that you go and look at the back of the container and just read it and see what it says. You're gonna find, I was shocked. I felt so betrayed by the disinfectant wipe people, because you're gonna find that you need to wipe the surface and then let it remain visibly wet for 4 minutes before it's doing what you think it's doing. So I wasn't doing that. So you can see I'm just wetting this. I just been re-wetting it, rinsing off the gums, re-wetting it, squeezing it out. Yeah. Okay, and I'm gonna work like this. So I'm gonna do this and work over. Anyway, I wasn't doing that, and it was so the wipes weren't doing what I wanted them to do, and they kind of just like moved junk around. They didn't ever remove anything. So I was just moving junk around and coating my entire household in harsh chemicals. So harsh chemicals are no good for lots of reasons and for all people, but especially for children. Because children, they metabolize everything in their bodies faster. So that just means that if something goes into them, whether it be through their bloodstream or through their lungs, that it soaks in and works through their body much faster, which means that it goes into more of their cells. So we're talking endocrine disruptors, reproductive issues, breathing issues. Of course, we have lots of people who we know that can't clean the bathroom, or they have to make sure all the windows are open, or, I'm sorry for saying, but the people. It might be you. And I'm here to tell you that you can clean your whole house with just the Norwex microfiber and water. And when your tub is super gross, like mine is, you should see how dirty my feet are. I'm just making the bottom so dirty. That's fine. When your tub is super dirty, then you can use safe products. Things that are good for your family. They work on enzymes, so that means that they are breaking down the issue, not just covering it up. And they're highly effective. They're so fast and so easy. And I don't even know how I was surviving without them. And I know that sounds so ridiculous, but one time, so I had been using Norwex for a while, like maybe 6 months. And I, for whatever reason, had my backup cloths, like my kitchen rags, my washcloths for just in case. And I was glad that I did, because I ran out of the Norwex, I don't know, they were all in the wash or something. So I took out the kitchen cloth, the old one, and I started wiping the table. And I was like, oh my goodness, how was I living life? It was so ineffective. I was wiping and it was just pushing stuff. It wasn't doing anything. Whereas you'll find with the Norwex, it picks it up. And that's the way Norwex works. So what it is a microfiber, but it's unlike any other microfiber in the market. And the reason is because it is split. So to be considered microfiber, The fibers are 1/6 the size of a human hair. Okay, so like think of a human hair and they're split 6 times. Norwex microfiber is split between 200 and 250 times. So think of like 200 fingers being able to clean your surface. By the way, just like a side note, I cannot believe how dirty this was. It's very dirty. So that's one reason, is the size of the fiber. And then the way that it's woven very tightly. And because of that, it's able to pick up 99% of bacteria only using water. And then it just absorbs all of the junk right into the cloth until you rinse it out. You rinse it down the drain. So that is what Norwex microfiber is. And the other thing that makes it different than the mainstream microfiber is that it is embedded with something called backlock, which is microsilver. And what that is just, if you know anything about silver, silver is an antibacterial and antimicrobial. And that means that when I rinse this cloth out, I wring it out, hang it to dry, then the microsilver goes to work and breaks down whatever bacteria is left behind, which means that my cloth isn't going to stink. Have you ever had a stinky kitchen cloth? Not with Norwex. So you just use it, and then put it in the laundry. I do mine once every 2 weeks. So it has saved me so much time and money, because think about all the laundry I'm not doing. This thing, I should get my descaler. So we have hard water spots. I saw that here and here. And it's just like that white, if you ever have that white film almost on your fixtures, that's from the water. And the descaler takes that right off. I should have brought that up. I did not. So I'm just going to give it a little scrub here. And then this, same deal. I'm just leaving that. Okay. So this is all done. I have to get out to do the bottom, but I want to see what happens here with this guy. I'd rather not scrub it, to be quite honest with you. So let me see here. I can just use the brush. Ew, it's so gross. It's a dripping orange. So it's working. It's just not working like I want. Like I want to just snap my magic wand here and it just be done. But that is not real life, right? That is not real life. Other times I have taken the whole shower curtain off and just thrown it in the wash. That works like a dream. So if you could do that, I would just do that. But I wonder if I could just squirt it with that. I'm gonna squirt it with this thing. Hang on. Okay. So this morning, my husband and I were having a conversation, and this is gonna squirt all over me. The conversation was, now don't judge me, and if you judge me, that's fine, but please pray for me. My friend Dina says that. Judge me, but please pray for me. If I get squirted, oh my gosh. Okay. So he was having a conversation, and I tell my kids all the time, play the player. And what I mean by that is, like if you play poker, you're playing the player, you're not playing the game. But really, what I mean is know your audience. Like you have to know who you're talking to. And what that actually worked out great. So I'm going to squirt it again. and see what's what here. So anyway, you have to know your audience. And that came up today because my husband was like, something about help me. He wants to help me, which you might think is great. But if you are in attack mode, like I was feeling kind of on the defense, I was feeling defensive, then I was not appreciating what he was saying. And so then he just kept saying words, and he landed on cooperate. He's like, you need me to cooperate with you. And I was like, yes, I don't need your help. I need your cooperation. And so I am going to get this thing again because it was doing a good job. So I just thought that was very funny, like in an ironic way, because, and I told him, I was like, you got to play the player. Know your audience. I don't want your help, but I definitely want your cooperation. And I'm just wondering if anyone out there has also discovered that. Or like, does everyone know that? And I am so late to the game. Knowing your audience and just really how important that is. Like just him using a different word completely changed my mindset, completely changed my attitude and my demeanor, and just was super great. And again, if you think that's very ridiculous, then by all means, you are entitled to your opinion. But please pray for me. Pray for my spirit. I need prayer just as much as everyone else does. Probably more. But it's funny because there are lots of things that I'm not realizing that I had to teach. Like I just had no idea that I would have to teach those things. Not that I have to teach my husband, but I'm talking about my kids. This is working out great. I wish that you could see what was happening. Hopefully you're sticking around here. So I'm going to give it one. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Oops. It's squirting. Not a fan. I am going to put this stuff on there and see if it just does the last job, because I wish I did have it in a squirt bottle. Actually, those people, they know what's what. Because then I could just squirt it right there. And it would be off. But this looks so good. You're not going to believe it. You're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it looks so good. It's clear again. I'm just getting the last little bit off right here in the middle. So we're teaching that to our children, and it's a learning process. You can't say everything that's on your mind, even if you want to. It's called self-control. And also, you can say some things to certain people, but you can't say some things to other people. I was actually in a social situation yesterday, and believe it or not, Norwex has taught me so much, like socially, just about people and how certain personalities accept things kind of better, not better, but more willingly, I guess, than other personalities, and how you just really shouldn't be saying certain things to certain people. It's not that it's bad, it's just that it's not necessary, and they don't really get it. They don't get your heart, and so you just end up looking bad, which is terrible. So that happened yesterday. Somebody was talking, and I thought I could just tell from the other person's body language that they did not understand where the person was coming from, and it kind of made them uncomfortable. I honestly didn't really know what to do with that situation. I just kind of He's like, okay, now that we're done with filming everyone, and we changed this subject. I don't know what to do. This looks amazing. You're gonna be so impressed. All right, so I'm just gonna do this deal here, swirl that bubbles down. My feet are clean. The tub is clean. It's great. It's great. This was great. I hope that if you're watching this, that it inspires you to make an impact and clean your own bathroom and question your own ingredients, like your own cleaning supplies. What is in my cleaning supplies? What am I not suscepting? What am I exposing my family to? What am I, what are they breathing in? What are they putting on their skin? Do you have your children clean for you or with you? Then what are they using? Norwex is so safe, completely safe, that I feel 100% confident in handing my 6-year-old any of these things. Mostly I would hand him this because it's just water. But I would, he cleans the toilets, so that's fine. I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna show you in a minute. And I hand them to him, and I know that I'm not damaging his lungs. I know that nothing harmful is seeping into his skin, and I know that it's getting clean. I mean, how often do we hand our products to our children and they make a bigger mess, but we're okay with it because they're out of our hair? I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm not. So now I just give him, we have these 2 main cloths. It's the EnviroCloth, the window cloth. Excuse me. And he does the windows, he does the mirrors, he does everything, and it's highly effective. He gets it done, and it's done, and it's clean. And then it stays cleaner longer because there's no harsh chemical residue or any chemical residue. If you are even using natural things like vinegar, that's still something that is being left on the surface, and then that's what all the dirt and the grime gets attracted to, is the residue of whatever it was, whether it be vinegar or harsh chemicals or whatever. So when you clean with Norwex, you're using only water, and that means that your surfaces are going to stay cleaner longer. This, as grimy as it was, you're not going to believe it's been a very long time since we have cleaned it. And part of the reason why it hasn't gotten so dirty, or why it has taken so long to get dirty, is because we're using shampoo and conditioner without any fillers. And we are using a body cloth, which is just this thing. It's a Norwex body cloth. Okay, and it's Norwex because it says it. And it's for your body because it says it. So if you have Norwex and you're not sure what it is, just check out the tag and it will tell you. It'll also tell you if it's got that microsilver, because it'll say backlock on it. This little, I know it's backwards, but that's okay. Backlock. That means that it has the microsilver, which means that it's going to clean itself. So we're using these, and there's no soap scum or hardly any, from the shampoo, but that's it. There's nothing else to be bouncing off our bodies and we're left to rot on the walls. I want to show you what's happening over here. Maybe my light will cooperate. Oh, that's right. I'm going to take the light out because we are going to look at the curtain. You're going to be like, oh my gracious. Okay, so there's that. And all the corners look amazing, of course. Look at the shower curtain already. That was orange. Go back and look at it. If you forget, wait, I'm going to just look at this thing. Look at it. Oh, it's clear. Clear. And what? I've been chatting here for 30 minutes. Chatting. I scrubbed for less than 5. I did not want to scrub. You saw me. So, and oh, that's what I was going to tell you. I hope that if you turn this video on, that you go and start scrubbing your bathroom. Like, that's my hope. Listen to me ramble, go scrub your bathroom while I'm rambling, and then shoot me a message because I love to connect. That is my goal, is to connect. And if you want to see hilarious things like in meme version or in chickens or dogs or kids or just plain old life, then go to Instagram and follow my page, whatever it's called. It's at Crystal Cleans with Water. And I'm in my stories pretty much every day teaching about Norwex. I'm going to launch into the skincare line in this next week because it just got released and it's amazing. Like, here's a sneak peek. This stuff, okay, this serum, it is the wrinkle sucker. So it is, oh, look, I look like, I just did it because it needed to get done, and that's okay. I didn't prep anything. So this is a no prep. But this serum, I did a before and after on my hands, 30 days. I could not believe the difference. You need it. You need it, my friend. Okay. Instagram at Crystal Cleans with Water. And I love you. Thank you so much for spending time with me.